Hey, what's going on guys? Saiyan here, and you know the drill. This is the all spoilers video. You read the title, you saw the thumbnail. Let's get right into it. So to start off, we have this awesome cover picture. I just feel the need to mention this, even though it might not mean anything. But we do have Granola and Goku standing in front of him. Not exactly in front of him, but like the way it's drawn, I think it just looks really cool. Felt the need to bring that up. But the actual spoiler draft pages from the start show a flashback from Granola to his home world and a planet where we see Frieza ships hovering around, and there is a full moon up. The Frieza ships lunge down soldiers, there's soldiers jumping out of it everywhere, and down below there's people that are dead all around the place. You can see bodies just laying down, waste everything. So inside there's like a smoke, and inside the smoke there's three like giant sort of people. I know what it is, but we're gonna have to get to the full shot of what it is if you guys haven't already seen. There's some things over there, and then we see someone walking towards the gate as it breaks through it. Inside the gate there is a great ape who busts through the top floor and looks down, and this ape is speculated to be Bardock because you can see the scar on his cheek. That's exactly what Bardock's mark is, and everybody was speculating that this is what leads Granola, his flashback, to Goku somewhere, somehow. But speaking of, he ends his flashback and he looks down over to OG73, who he still has, and he's in a container, possibly the same container he was in when Granola picked him up, and he's using a ship. He's going to fly somewhere after, you know, going through and stealing 7-3. But back at the ship that he did steal from, the people there are panicking. They just lost 7-3 again. First time to the Galactic Patrol, now to this rogue Granola. And Granola is continuing to fly around through space using his ship, and he eventually gets somewhere. But we don't get to see that in view because we then see Goku with his hands out, and he is chasing the Oracle Fish. He ends up grabbing a hold of him. This is very reminiscent of Goku trying to catch Bubbles and Gregory on King Kai's planet, and Whis says he needed to catch the Oracle Fish because he is not able to sleep right now. He needs to give him vitamin to sleep, and he says this is very reminiscent of the Oracle Fish being like a sign of bad omen, because when he can't sleep, it's a sign of bad omen, and we'll get to see what that bad omen is just soon. But Whis and Goku are about to get into a sparring match, and Goku wonders why they don't just want to like fight another guy or something. He wants to meet somebody else strong, and Beerus yells at both Whis and Goku for saying stuff about bad omen because he doesn't want that anymore. He's already went through that whole Moro thing with the Grand Priest and everything. Clearly Beerus is back now, and so is Whis from their punishment from Zeno. And then Goku and Whis start to get into a sparring match with actually the Oracle Fish falling asleep. Goku closes his eyes, and as he opens them, he's in Ultra Instinct sign, and then mastered Ultra Instinct, and Beerus looks on with Vegeta sighing, saying, oh my god, he's pissed that Goku was able to unlock this. He doesn't have it, so he's kind of pissed, but he does know that it doesn't suit him. Goku and Whis both get into a fighting stance. Goku looking on, he jumps up, looking at Whis. Whis knows where he's going because clearly it's Whis. As the two start to fight, Goku jumps down, splitting himself into multiple clones. This is a straight out thing from Naruto or something. But two Gokus then rush at Whis from behind. As Whis turns around slightly, he's able to easily dodge them, but he attacks, and it turns out to be an after image. The real Goku rushes him from behind. Whis punches him and him and him again and again, but they're after image over and over again. This is where we get to see some of Goku's martial arts skill combined with the Master Ultra Instinct, and I think that's really cool to how he's fighting Whis right now, and Whis is actually like sort of trying to, I think, because clearly he's fighting somebody in UI. So Goku tries to fight him again, but soon after, his after images are all out, and Whis lands a kick to his real self, and yeah, that doesn't end well for Goku. He just flies towards the ground, landing. But while this fight has been going on, Vegeta has actually been kind of left out of this, and he had a conversation with Beerus about how Goku has MUI, and Beerus explains to him how that Goku's MUI is the lowest of Ultra Instinct, because Whis' MUI, or Whis' Ultra Instinct, is far higher than Goku's, and the Grand Priest is even higher, so Goku's Ultra Instinct is of the lowest stature. Vegeta Vegeta is wondering what he can do to get stronger. Beerus asks him if he's pissed that Goku has UI and he doesn't, but Vegeta just responds it doesn't suit him, he doesn't want it. Beerus actually mentions that Ultra Instinct isn't the only godly technique, which is very interesting because that leads Vegeta to a path where Vegeta starts to follow Beerus. Vegeta says, okay, yeah, show me, or something like that, and Beerus and he go off while Goku has his fight with Whis. So this is very interesting because this means Goku has his own path, training up with Whis and learning Whis' techniques and such, while Vegeta is starting to go with Beerus' path, maybe even learn the God of Destruction form. We don't know yet, but I think that could be really interesting. But far away, Granola lands, cuffing the OG-73 right with him, and he lands to this crew. And we saw these guys earlier in the trailer that we got for the opening. These guys seem to be some crew in space pirates or something, and they want something to do with OG-73. We see all three of them right now, and the leader, he points his finger towards Granola, telling him to give up OG-73, and Granola passes 73 to one of his goons, and he checks it out saying, yeah, it's the real thing. Then Granola gets his cash, he's asking for it. Maybe this was clearly a job for him. He's a space pirate, so he needs to make money some way, somehow. So Granola was getting paid for them to capture OG-73. And that's when Granola actually asked them what they needed 73 for. He gets his money, and then he asks that, and they explain that they are a crew, and in this universe, power doesn't mean anything. They want knowledge and money, and 7-3 has all the knowledge in the world. So this sets up really something interesting, because 7-3 might have been like storing his memories from when he was inside Moro, when he was fighting Goku, when he was kind of like when he had mirror abilities. So he remembers all of that. If he remembers all of that, then these guys have so much power in with them. Like if they manage to take control of 7-3, they have all that knowledge and power, and somehow if they're able to even sell that, they get money for it too. But then when Granola asks that, he's actually captured by these guys. Well, not captured, he just gets attacked by them. So Granola isn't all that powerful, as you can see here, because this random space pirate or space dude is just able to come behind him and knock him down to the ground. As Granola falls, he wonders what these guys are doing. Granola gets his arm pulled backwards, and they say to not worry about this anymore. And Granola asks if he has any more jobs, but they all respond that now that Frieza is back in the world, as you guys know, Frieza was revived after the Tournament of Power. They don't have any jobs for Granola anymore, and he can just wander off, do whatever. But that's when Granola gets up and starts to wonder, wait, what? How is Frieza awake? He questions, and then he says, Frieza, that bastard, I'll get my hands on him. As you see in the trailer, he says, that bastard Frieza, I'll have revenge with my own two hands. So Granola has something against Frieza. Clearly he destroyed his entire race, so he is mad. I'm not 100% sure what his race could be. I'm pretty sure it was explained, but I'm not 100% sure. It's definitely not Tuffles, because it's something that starts with a C. It was like Kratoan or something, not sure. But Granola, with this revenge in his mind, uses a ship. He flies off, and from a distance, we see somebody else. I think he's either trailing Granola, or he's just in another ship. Maybe this is Oatmeal. I'm not too sure, but this ship lands, and then everybody else from another ship, they're boarding this ship, or they're away from it. They get inside, and that's when they get fired upon. Suddenly, two of them get attacked, and they disappear. From a distance, we see Granola. His eye patch falls off, and Granola is using his sniper to actually attack these guys. Whoever this dude inside his ship, or inside another ship is, Granola is preparing to fight, and he actually takes off his eye patch, and you can see his eye is actually, he's blind from one eye while he can see from his other eye, but he's master at aiming. So he puts out two of his fingers, he rushes at them, and he's able to kill both of them. He puts on his mask again, and he gets to his ship as he, picks up his gold, picks up his whatever the heck he's picking up right there, and starts to pilot the ship once more. Inside, we see him saying something, and then we cut back to Beerus' planet, where the Oracle Fish is now actually sleeping, and inside his sleep, he says something about the greatest warrior in the universe about to be born. Now, this is the best, most interesting line we have ever heard. This is what will match Master Ultra Instinct Goku. The greatest warrior in the universe is about to be born. So the greatest warrior in the universe is about to be born means that this person is not born yet. So it must be of a different species if it's going to be the greatest warrior as birth. But if he's just being born, unless it's some special species that grows really fast as of birth, then it will not be the strongest. It probably will take some time to harness its abilities, unlike like everybody else, or maybe it's part of some special species and they basically just grow up and they're very powerful from beginning. This is what will match Master Ultra Instinct Goku. But now we have multiple parties. Clearly, this greatest warrior is about to be born. We have Granola, who is on his path to get his hands on Frieza, and he's trying to get revenge. And there was something about the full summary saying that Granola wanting to get revenge with his own two hands will change the balance and power of the universe. We also have these guys who are this gang pretty much, who are preparing to basically rule the universe with OG73 by him. They didn't say they wanted power, they kind of just wanted knowledge and money. As they said, that was all there is now. But there is also Master Ultra Instinct Goku, who is preparing to, you know, train with Whis. And we also have Vegeta, who has his own path now to basically learn his own stuff. But yeah, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be reviewing the chapter tomorrow, so no what if tomorrow, just a manga review on Wednesday. So yeah, with that, make sure to subscribe, click the bell to be part of the Super Saiyan Force and never miss an upload. Hit that like button, it's free and you can always change your mind. I'll see you in the next one.